photographer. So if you didn't know, now you know. Photographer, graphic designer, all that. So my intro, all that, I made that. I made my logo, I made the intro, all that. So let's get into it with a tour of my tool bag. Well, it is my tool bag. You know what I'm saying? It got my tools in it, my photography tools. So I'm gonna just kind of walk y'all through with everything I got. If y'all interested, cool. If you're not, that's fine too, man. Y'all gotta watch. So, no further ado, let's get into it. I have a couple of Nikon speed lights. I don't really use them that much. They're mostly for like an indoor setup in the event that I need them. But most times, if I'm shooting indoors and there is a lack of light, I will use these speed lights versus some strobes. These are kind of older, but they still get the job done. What a lot of people kind of get hung up with the photography is that you need just all this crazy gear or something like that, but for the most part you just need light. You know what I'm saying? Because photography, that's exactly what it is, a recording of light. So let me sit those right here. Light diffuser from Gary Fong. I set it on top of one of those speed lights and it spreads the light evenly kind of out over the room, so it lights up a larger area. Makes for a softer light diffuser. All right, let's go ahead and just get off into the goodness. That's what we came for. We came for the lenses. Oh yeah, baby. All right, so actually, before we get into the lenses, I just had so what I shoot with is a D800. D800 came out like 2012. It's been a good body. It's worked for me. I shoot weddings, portraits, everything with it. Matter of fact, I love the D800 so much that I went out and I bought an additional D800. These are both D800 bodies. When they came out, they retail for I want to say like $3,000 a piece. One I bought brand new, one I bought used like some years later for like $1,000. It's just a good camera, man. It's kind of dated, but it still gets the job done, and that's really all that matters to me. I try not to get hung up on all of the text, well, not the text, but the technical specs and, you know, everything like that. Just trying to get the best image I can. And being that it's all about light, that's kind of easier to do. So the lens that you see that I just put on this D800 here is going to be the Sigma 70-200 f2.8 APO DG-HSM. It's a Sigma lens with a F mount for the Nikon system. I actually have two Nikon or Sigma lenses. My other Sigma lens is a 24-70 f2.8. These are a couple of my go-to lenses when I'm shooting weddings. It kind of gives me a range in which I can kind of move, being that a lot of the weddings that I shoot, I end up shooting by myself. So I'm gonna sit that right there. Now everybody should have this one here. Is what I call a Nifty 50. It's the actual Nikon or Nikkor 50mm 1.8. They call it the Nifty 50 because I mean it's just a great lens. Beautiful bokeh. Can be used for portraits if you know you're not ready to step up to the 85mm 1.8, which is a little bit more pricier. This definitely has a better price point for you. Which brings me to the newer, or the next lens that I just recently purchased, which is the 85mm 1.8 focal length. And for those of y'all that don't know what this f1.8, 2.8, that's just like the aperture. The lower your aperture number is, the more light the lens is able to let in. So I know y'all not here for necessarily a photo lesson, but you know, that's what that is. Nothing else really interesting in the bag. I do have a couple more lenses, but I don't usually carry them with me. So let me go grab those right quick. Let me go ahead and show you those other lenses. So this lens I have right here is actually it's actually a 50 millimeter as well. It is a 50 millimeter 1.4, and so we talked about the lower the aperture, the more light it allows to come in, and it's going to give you that blurry background that a lot of people really have come to know and to love in the photography world. And clients like that will like a lot as well. I have another 50 millimeter. This one is also a 1.8. It's a manual lens. I bought it. It's an older lens. I bought it more so for video when I shoot on I have a D600 as well. So if I'm doing video or something like that, and I'm behind the camera, then I can do it like that. I'm actually shooting this on a Nikon or a Canon 24 millimeter 2.8. So this is a T3i. I got it around Christmas time. Just wanted something else to be able to shoot my YouTube videos on and like kind of jump off my other channel. So it's coming in handy with the swivel screen. It's about 8 years old, but it still gets the job done. All right, this one right here is an 85 millimeter as well. This one is an 85 millimeter 1.8. This is the lens that I had to replace. This is the older model. There's something going on the inside of it where the aperture blades have just kind of gone crazy in there. They're just in there, man. And so I wasn't exactly sure how much it was gonna cost to fix it. So what I did, I kind of made a decision, man, to just kind of upgrade to the newer lens and go from there. But I still hold on to it. I mean, it'll still shoot. I just don't have the power to but when it shoots, it's wide open. Cause like I said, those other aperture blades are gone with the wind, man. So I could do something creative with it. I'm not gonna throw it away or nothing like that. So, and then last but not least, this is a kit lens that comes with a lot of full frames. It's the 24 millimeter, 24 to 85, 3.5 to 4.5. It's a good base lens. Like I said, it is a kit lens. It does come, with full frames when you first buy them. As you can see, it's a telephoto versus the fixed focal length of some of these other cameras or these other lenses. So I still use it sometimes, not really a lot. This is kind of more so for maybe some video, some kind of random photography. Maybe like if I do go to car shows, take pictures, something like that. These other lenses are more for like portraits, but sometimes, I mean, taking some of these lenses are kind of more beneficial than, taking this one. But definitely not one that you just want to get rid of. I mean, it still has its purposes. I just don't use it that much. So let me know what you think. This is pretty much my lens camera collection. It's anywhere close to, it's probably close to like $10,000 and shit right here. 10 to maybe 10 to 12. You know what I'm saying? So it's made me much more. So I mean, it's definitely been an investment. I mean, everything is paid for itself over time. So yeah, man. So if you have any questions about the camera stuff, like I said, I know this is not the regular, you know what I mean, but one of my subs asked about it, man. One of my fellow YouTubers asked about it. So, I'm just giving the people what they want, man. So if it's something that you want to see that I got, then, just let me know, man. I'll make a video about it. I ain't even tripping. So it's your boy, LS254. Remember, identify your weaknesses, make it your strength.